Hello and welcome to this very special edition of Out of Britain with me, Radhika Iyer, on NDTV. I'm coming to you from a very special location, only a few meters away from the buzzing, the very alive Oxford Street in central London. And with me are a bunch of really lit up people. And the reason I'm saying lit up is because we're talking about Diwali today. And it's never too early to talk about Diwali. I was wondering before I was coming here, and this conversation we started because in July you sent me this message, and then I had in Manish email. And then I was wondering, is it too early? But it's not. Diwali is in November this year. And the reason we're discussing this is because we want to speak about what Diwali feels like in a city such as London and how it has evolved and taken shape over the years by people who live here and call this home as much as having memories of what is real home, which is India. And I'm presuming all of us here on this table have connections with India. And the other reason that prompted this conversation is, Deepika, what you've done. So Deepika Khetan has started a petition which is seeking the mayor's consent to do what? Yes. To light up Marble Arch this year for Diwali light in the month of October, because usually Diwali is in October. And I think the whole month of October should be lit up. I feel it's important that we talk about it now so that we can actually get that done. So what is the petition seeking? Consent from the mayor or asking the mayor to set up the light? I think the consent from the mayor, because I've already got people who are very interested to sponsor, very interested to support. We've got people who are willing to sponsor. So all we now need is really the consent of the mayor to get that light on. Okay? Fabulous. And that also perhaps is reflective of the representation, I think, British Indian Party. Who wants to go? Who wants to be in support of this petition?
Yeah. So look, we are almost 7.5% of the city, technically. And that is underreported because every year we add another 100. Not to say that India is a populous state, but the student, the work permit holders, and the nursing, and the doctors. And that's not pertaining to us alone, and I fully endorse that everyone who is from a different community or tradition, they need to be acknowledged as well. It's not just part of us. But very equally and very importantly, we, as 10% of the city, should see traditions reflected in how the city itself exists.
Yes, I'm just trying to put that into context. What Manish is saying is that London, which is one of the largest and one of the finest finance capitals in the world, finance cities in the world, has 8% of British Indian population. And this is one of the largest contributing communities. 70% of British Indian communities are working employees, which is the highest by any ethnic minority. And that means that they are employable, the British Indian community, which means they pay taxes, which means they contribute to the GDP, which means they have representation, as rightly alluded to, the finance sector, fintech, doctors, NHS, you have businessmen, technology, the cash and carry, the hospitality sector, of course, lawyers. Yes. So let's go to this lawyer. Why are we talking so much about Diwali? Dhruv is with us, and his day job is that of being a lawyer. But what he does as a hobby and a pastime is to speak about Hinduism in the parliament, at 10 Downing, and places wherever he gets an audience. So we are your audience. Tell us about the love you have for Diwali and the message and the soft power ability that Diwali has from India for the world.
Yeah, so we're in a city, but going back into kind of agricultural history. So India has 14,000 years of agricultural history. So it's only land where we found the same land again and again for 14,000 years. In that experience of a very long period of time, they realized that this is the darkest time of the year, where everything is dark, gloomy, depressing. And in that time of the days of oil lamps, they lit those lamps to get rid of that darkness, to spread that light. And that light, the lighting up of the lamps, is a universal principle, right? It's the kind of the fire in the lamp which kind of lit up and took humanity forward. So the lamp has a very, very big spiritual signification, which is a very universal concept. And it's something that we should celebrate. And Barack Obama, former president of the US, said in his Diwali address that there's a famous verse he speaks about in the Indian tradition that take me from truth, falsehood to truth, take you from the darkness to light. Yeah, taking you from death to immortality. That very much symbolizes the message of Diwali. It's uplifting, it's culturally beautiful, it lights up people, and it's, representative of a number of many communities around the world. And it's one of the most ancient traditions in the world. You see a lot of indigenous traditions around the world being kind of wiped out and moving away. So it's so beautiful to see this revival and maintenance of an ancient tradition like that.
Lovely, so beautifully put. And light is something that connects with everybody, right? It happens during Christmas. It happens across communities, religions, races. Let's go to Anshu, perhaps. Anshu, what does Diwali mean to you?
So I think, like Dhruv very rightly said, Diwali is as light. And it's about inclusivity. It's not just about our Indian community. It's about inclusivity. It's about light for everyone. And because, again, like he rightly said, you go back to the agricultural times, and that's the start here, particularly of the autumn and the winter. And light, I mean, think about it. When we see Christmas lights, everyone lights up. They feel, oh my God. So imagine having that earlier, having that in October, when you light up literally everyone's hearts, you cheer everyone up. And what I thought was incredible is that Deepika's also found funding. So she's not asking the mayor or the city for funding. She's found it, she's got this petition, and I think it's just going to be magical.
But I do have very, very many people who have actually come forward. So not just one or two, but quite a few. It's for us to now understand what's the whole cost of it, how much lights do we put in, and what we so and the little sign I know.
And Diwali is not just about light, but about prosperity as well. So it will spread prosperity, right?
I just want to reiterate that, it's not like the mayor's office does not recognize Diwali. It does recognize it like all other religions. But the reason I'm promoting it in Marble Arch is because it's the most iconic landmark. And I feel that's one area, and it's one of the largest, most ancient festivals. And I think that needs a presence right here in Marble Arch, not just anywhere. And I think that's what I'm talking about. Okay. I'm going to take a short break now before we go across to our other participants. But just to put into context, there is this very beautiful festival of Diwali, which is celebrated for the last 23 years. It's called DOTS, which means Diwali on Trafalgar Square, another very iconic location in central London, supported by the mayor. And the last Diwali on Trafalgar Square, I ran into Manish. There were 30,000 something people as a football.
Oh, more than 40,000 imported to just, take assistance. So more than 40,000. And obviously, there are like lots of stalls, lots of sponsors, as you said. It's one of the most vibrant celebrations at the service.
At Trafalgar Square, again supported by the mayor, just to indicate intent to the mayor so they have that there's another petition coming his way, and he watches a lot of NDTV. So clearly this petition is going to get door very soon. But not surprised at all that there's sponsorship already available, because as I said, this is a very prosperous community which works very hard. And the trend and what I've noticed, which we speak about just after this break, is Shaunak Das Rishi, who heads the Oxford University in the community, says that unlike until very recently, even until 2015, it's now that the Hindus who otherwise put their head down, focused on work, and did things that mattered to them instead of getting into political conversations far from controversies, are now beginning to ask for space, recognition, and reflection of their sentiments and cultures and celebration across. So I'm going to go across to all of you in the second half, and our very special guest, the 8-year-old Aaron, who's going to be speaking about his favorite Diwali. And stay tuned to NDTV. Welcome back. You're watching NDTV's Out of Britain, and we are discussing Diwali and whether it has now become one of India's finest soft powers to the world. And that being prompted by a petition by Radhika Iyer, who's asking for Marble Arch, just meters away from where we are, to be lit up during the week leading to the Diwali. Devashri is with me. Devashri, what does Diwali mean for you? What's your favorite memory of Diwali?
It's meeting friends, family, having a good time without any forms or without any thoughts, and genuinely enjoying the moment, right? Because there are very few festivals. I mean, I'm I was born in Kolkata. I lived in Mumbai. I've been in London for 23 years. So you've always had these various elements of festivity that would make us look for every month or every quarter. As I would say, technically, if you're a secular country, you can literally celebrate Christmas all year. Now, we just don't have to wait for Easter and Christmas to celebrate and this Sunday. But if for me, I hope you're listening, it is open to various secular festivals. We can literally have Christmas all year round in this cosmopolitan city that is London, where I think during the Olympics 12 years back, we said London has got more nationality than the United Nations recognize. And that speaks volumes of how global a city we are, how open we are.
Yeah. So what happened during Diwali at workplaces? Any professionals would like to share?
Yeah. So I came in this country as a student, and then I started working in different funds. My initial buys were on IC Bridge flats, and I remember that I introduced the concept of having a samosa and a jalebi and on a Diwali day. And the only comments that I used to get, oh my God, the Indi chutney is too khatta, too sour, or the jalebis are too sweet. But then when I moved into an Indian land, the scenario was a little different because everybody used to come dressed up on that day. But taking a wider perspective of what the Boshi were saying, I feel that if we can make it, if I agree with you so strongly, Deepika, that marble art is an iconic place, and that is the entire October she's been lit up. And you have the sponsor for an entire month. Yeah. Wow. Really? I don't think any phone call that I made, and I said, would you sponsor? They said no. Absolutely. I was just wondering whether this is also perhaps an income stream for the mayor's office, because it happened during Ramadan this year, when privately funded Ramadan lights were lit up in central London. And it happened, I presume, for the first time, arguably from Diwali, from the second largest minority group, Asian minority group in India, can be represented, and there are sponsors, which perhaps is a stream of income. And then perhaps the Jews could do it, the other races, the other communities could do it, because that's exactly what allures London towards, isn't it? The fact that it has so many nationalities and there is space for everyone to celebrate. Also, I just wanted to add on, because on the other end of the spectrum, I'm also a designer. I run an online boutique. I think this will become more evident, or a time when we will be thinking about our culture, our textile, because I work with Indian neighbor. So the context that you were bringing in terms of the economy, I think this is going to be amazing, because when one part is lit, people will start talking about it. People would like to know more about the culture of what we're wearing. So if I'm wearing a half-high Jamdani blazer, when I'm going to walk when I'm going to walk down the street, people will probably look at me twice to understand what exactly I'm wearing, because that's not a very usual fabric that you would see on a British high street. So I think the intent is all there. And we just need to now, with the browser approach, we just need to put it on action. That's it.
And perhaps this is just one of the ways of doing it. There are so many, like I said, Diwali on Trafalgar Square is already so popular. The lights can be one way of perhaps revenue and increase businesses from multiple folds. Okay, enough of all the professional aspects. So you personally, as a person, Sheila, what is Diwali? So for me, growing up as a British in the UK, I've always been very fond of Diwali, and as a community, we bring these traditions together, looking forward to meeting my friends and family, eating nice food, and Indian foods, like everything like you already mentioned, like the samosas and the golgappas and all these, and khichdi and all sorts of things. I love Diwali personally, but I always look forward to, like you said, about meeting my friend, looking great, going out, doing the fireworks and seeing lights. I mean, after all, Diwali is a celebration of light. Yes, fabulous. Now, I am disappointed, I must say. We heard so many nice things about Diwali. Nobody said motichur laddu. The best for the last. Motichur laddu. What's your favorite memory of this album?
friendliness one, the food my family I'm seeing golden lights.
Okay. But thank you so much, all of you, for joining us. And I hope Sadiq Khan is watching this. He's known to be someone who always says London is orphan. So here's a request, which is that they're hoping that they get to light up Marble Arch with the help of a lot of signatures, which is gaining support. There are already close to 2,000 signatures that have been collected, perhaps more in the lead up to the 2024 Diwali. And that perhaps will be just another little sort of a feather in the cap for London's already buzzing sort of a celebratory atmosphere. Any final thought in a line that anybody wants to add with?
Well, by doing this, you're definitely contributing to the economy of Oxford Street and bring more customers there, because I know they're struggling a little bit right now with online shopping, with Amazon, with all this stuff. So definitely I would urge the mayor to do this to revive Central London economy.
Yeah, there are so many benefits to this, isn't it? When you, of course, the cultural aspect, the fact that you're being inclusive, getting many people to quickly look at what London is all about and get more awareness of different religions that there are, and just representative of various cultures, but of course the economic benefit, the political benefits perhaps. Yeah, I think we all feel so included here, and we want that to remain, and that should not go away.
And you know what happens in Christmas lights? We come from all over the country to see the London Christmas light. Now, like you rightly said, that would really help the economy of all of London, not just Oxford Street.
In fact, last Diwali, I couldn't walk on the street, it was so crowded.
Great. So that clearly that's why there are so many Indians in the mayor's office. Clearly, and they give the reasons for income. That's all from Portman Square in central London, which is just meters away from Selfridges, from Marble Arch, where the point of question is, get London lit up ahead of Diwali. Radhika Iyer signing off with this fabulous bunch of very intellectual people, especially Aaron.